used to think my life was quiet in the best way. Emily would sit across from me at the dinner table, smiling like nothing in the world could reach us, and I would think, this is it. This is safety. You're staring again, she said once, laughing softly. I'm just happy, I told her. I married the right woman. She squeezed my hand. You always say that. Because I believed it. I believed loyalty was permanent. I believed love didn't need guarding. Ryan was always around, too. My cousin. My brother in everything but blood papers. You're lucky, Ryan said one night while we watched a game. Most guys don't get this kind of peace. I know, I said. That's why I protect it. He smiled in a way I didn't question back then. Our conversations were easy. Emily talked about work. Ryan joked about money. I talked about plans that felt solid. We should take a trip, Emily said. Just us. Anywhere you want, I replied. Ryan laughed. Don't forget me when you're rich and traveling. I laughed too. I never noticed how often Emily checked her phone after that. Some nights she came home late. Traffic, she said. Rough day. I asked. Always, she replied, avoiding my eyes. Ryan started stopping by more often. You don't mind, right? Emily asked. His family, I said. Why would I? Looking back, that answer hurts the most. My mother Laura noticed before I did. She always notices first. You seem tired, she told me over coffee. I'm fine, I said. Just busy. She studied my face. And Emily? What about her? She feels distant. I frowned. You're imagining things. I hope so, she said gently. I just want you careful. Mom, I sighed. Emily loves me. Laura nodded, but her eyes didn't agree. At home, Emily kissed my cheek and said, Your mom worries too much. She always has, I replied. Ryan texted late at night sometimes. You awake? Yeah, I answered. Emily's still working. Yeah, I typed. Tell her I said hi. I did. She smiled and said nothing. There were moments I almost questioned. A laugh cut short when I entered a room. A silence that felt stretched. You okay? I asked Emily once. She shrugged. Just tired. Talk to me, I said. I am, she replied, a little too quickly. Ryan slapped my shoulder later. Man, you worry too much. I don't, I said. You do, he laughed. Relax. So I relaxed. I trusted. I believed love didn't lie. That belief made me blind. The truth is, no one warned me loudly because betrayal doesn't announce itself. It whispers. It hides in routine. It smiles across dinner tables. That was my life then. Warm. Familiar. Built on trust one never imagined could break. I didn't know that while I was planning a future, the people closest to me were already rewriting my fate behind my back. I came home early that night, expecting quiet and dinner, nothing else. My keys were still in my hand when I heard Emily's voice. She wasn't laughing the way she did with me. Ryan answered her, low and close. I stopped breathing. You said he'd be late, Emily whispered. I thought so, Ryan said. My chest tightened, and my fingers went numb. I pushed the door open. They froze. Emily gasped my name. This isn't what it looks like, she said fast. I stared at Ryan. He wouldn't meet my eyes. Say something, Emily begged. My mouth opened, but nothing came out. Man, listen, Ryan said, stepping back. Don't, I finally said. Emily reached for me. It just happened, she said. How long? I asked. She looked at Ryan before answering. It doesn't matter, Ryan muttered. It mattered to me more than anything. How long? I said again. Emily cried. Months, she whispered. Something broke inside my chest. In my house, I said. Ryan shifted his weight. We didn't plan this, he said. I laughed once, sharp and empty. You planned every lie, I said. Emily cried harder. I was lonely, she said. I nodded slowly. And I was loyal, I said. My hands shook, so I shoved them in my pockets. Please don't leave, Emily said. I looked around my living room. It didn't feel like mine anymore. Get dressed, I said. Ryan exhaled. I'll go, he said. I stepped aside without touching him. Emily followed me to the door. We can fix this, she said. I shook my head. You already chose, I said. I walked outside. The cold air burned my lungs. I sat in my car, gripping the steering wheel. My phone buzzed. I'm sorry, Emily texted. I dropped the phone on the seat. I realized then that none of them stopped. No one chased me. No one fought for me. I laughed again, softer this time. Betrayal didn't come from strangers. It came from family. I whispered to myself. You trusted them, I said. My hands finally stopped shaking. I started the engine. I didn't look back. My phone rang again. Mom, I said. Are you okay? She asked. I swallowed hard. No, I said. She didn't push. Come home, she said. I closed my eyes. Not tonight, I said. She understood without asking why. I love you, she said. I hung up and stared ahead. The house behind me stayed dark. I sat there longer than I meant to. Every memory replayed itself. Every laugh felt fake now. I spoke into the empty car. You were my family, I said. The silence answered me. I drove away slowly. The road blurred under the streetlights. I realized something simple and cruel. Enemies don't get close enough to destroy you. Family does. I said it out loud. They didn't hesitate, I said. That truth hurt more than the image in my head. I wasn't angry yet. I was empty. I understood then that love without honesty is just betrayal waiting. I whispered again. You didn't deserve this, I said. My voice cracked. I didn't wipe my tears. I let them fall. I knew one thing for sure. Nothing would ever be the same. I had defended them for years. I had trusted them without limits. They broke me without regret. I said the truth quietly. This is the end, I said. Not just of my marriage, but of the lie I lived in. I kept driving until the sky started to change. Morning felt far away. I wasn't ready for forgiveness. I wasn't ready for revenge. I was ready to survive. I parked and turned the engine off. The silence returned. I breathed it in. I knew the truth now. Betrayal doesn't always come from enemies. It comes from family. I sat there, letting that sentence settle. It hurt, but it was real. I had crossed a line I could never uncross. My old life ended quietly in that car. No shouting. No violence. Just truth. I looked at my reflection in the mirror. I didn't recognize myself, but I knew I would. I drove forward, not knowing where I was going. I only knew where I wouldn't return. I whispered one last sentence to the night. You lost me, I said. And this time, I meant it. The road carried me away from everything I defended. That was the night my life collapsed. And the night I finally saw the truth. It didn't come with mercy. I sat there knowing tomorrow would hurt more, but tonight taught me who destroyed my world without hesitation or regret. And that knowledge changed me forever, even before the sun rose. It marked the moment everything I trusted died. Nothing could ever undo what they did to me forever. The house went quiet after Emily moved out, but my head never did. Friends stopped calling, or maybe I stopped answering. I wasn't sure anymore. Mark was the one who showed up anyway. You look like hell, he said, standing in my doorway. Come in, I said. He sat across from me and didn't talk for a minute. You eating? He asked. Sometimes. That's not an answer. I shrugged. She's telling people you pushed her away, Mark said carefully. I laughed without humor. I didn't know silence counted as abuse, I said. Ryan's name kept popping up in conversations I overheard. He says it was mutual, Mark added. It was betrayal, I said. Mark nodded. I know. Nights stretched longer than days. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling. You should sleep, Mark said over the phone one night. I close my eyes and see them, I replied. Then stay awake, he said. That's worse. Memories came in waves. You promised me forever, Emily's voice echoed in my head. I answered the empty room. I believed you. Mark visited again. You keep blaming yourself, he said. I missed the signs, I replied. They hid them. I trusted them. That's not a crime. It felt like one. My mother called every morning. Did you eat? Laura asked. Yes, I lied. Did you sleep? A little. You don't sound okay. I'm fine. She paused. You don't have to be strong with me. I don't have the energy to be anything, I said. I hung up before she could hear me break. Mark noticed the unopened mail piling up. What's that? He asked. Nothing. He picked up an envelope. Lawyer's office, he read. My stomach twisted. I'm not ready, I said. You don't have to open it today. I'll never be ready. Friends pick sides without asking me anything. She said you were distant, one text read. I was faithful, I typed back, then deleted it. Ryan never reached out. Emily sent messages late at night. I didn't mean to hurt you. I still care. I stared at my phone and turned it face down. Mark watched me do it. You don't owe her comfort, he said. I feel cruel, I replied. She wasn't gentle with you. I keep thinking I could have stopped it. You didn't cheat, he said. That doesn't stop the shame. The mirror became my enemy. You're pathetic, I whispered to myself. Mark overheard me once. Don't talk to my friend like that, he said. I laughed bitterly. Then tell him to stop being weak. He leaned forward. You survived betrayal, he said. That's not weakness. Nights were the worst. You asleep? Mark texted at 2 a.m. No. Want company? Yes. We sat in silence, TV on, volume low. You ever forgive them? He asked. I don't know, I said. Forgiveness isn't mandatory, he replied. My mother came over unannounced one afternoon. You lost weight, she said. I'm fine. She hugged me anyway. You don't have to carry this alone. I don't know how to carry it at all, I said. She squeezed my hand. One step, she said. After she left, I finally opened the envelope. Divorce papers stared back at me. So this is real, I said out loud. Mark stood behind me. Yeah, he said. I traced my name with my finger. I thought pain would kill me, I said. Mark shook his head. It won't. I swallowed hard. But staying like this might, I added. He didn't argue. I folded the papers carefully. For the first time, I didn't cry. I just breathed. Emily asked for forgiveness like it was something she deserved by default. I said I'm sorry, she told me on the phone. You said it, I replied. That should count for something. It would, I said, if you meant accountability. She went quiet. I made a mistake, she said. You made choices, I answered. Ryan didn't even try. He disappeared, like avoiding me erased what he did. That's his way, Emily said. That's cowardice, I said. She sighed. So you're just done. I'm done explaining, I replied. After I hung up, I sat alone and waited for rage. It never came. What came instead was clarity. I said it out loud. I'm not begging anymore. I called Dr. Helen the next day. What brings you here? She asked. I'm afraid of who I could become, I said. She nodded. Tell me more. I think about revenge, I admitted. Then I hate myself for it. Thoughts aren't actions, she said. I feel humiliated, I continued. That's common after betrayal. I feel empty, I said. She leaned forward. Empty can be rebuilt, she said. In the next session, she asked, What do you want now? I don't know, I answered. That's honest, she said. Emily texted while I was there. She wants closure, I told Dr. Helen. Do you? She asked. I stared at the floor. No, I said. Then don't confuse guilt with responsibility. That sentence stayed with me. Ryan finally sent a message. Can we talk? No, I typed. He didn't reply. I told Mark about it later. You okay? He asked. I feel strange, I said. Good strange or bad strange? Clear strange. I joined a gym I used to pass without noticing. You training for something? Mark joked. I'm training to feel alive, I said. Dr. Helen asked me why I kept answering Emily's calls. Because I don't want to be cruel, I said. Setting boundaries isn't cruelty, she replied. So what is it? Self-respect. That word felt heavy. Emily tried again. I need you to forgive me, she said. I need you to stop asking, I replied. Her voice cracked. You're changing. Yes, I said. Are you seeing someone? No, I answered. I'm seeing myself. She hung up. Ryan never called again. I focused on work. You're sharper, my boss said. I'm quieter, I replied. That too. In therapy, I confessed something ugly. I want them to regret it, I said. Dr. Helen didn't flinch. That's human, she said. But I don't want to destroy myself chasing that. Then don't, she replied. So what do I do? You stop protecting people who hurt you. That hit harder than anger ever did. Emily showed up at my place once. You didn't answer, she said. I don't owe access anymore, I replied. You're shutting me out. I'm choosing myself. She cried. I never wanted to lose you. You already did, I said calmly. She looked at me like she didn't recognize me. I didn't recognize myself either, but I liked this version more. I told Mark later, I don't feel cold. That's because you're not, he said. I feel awake, I replied. Dr. Helen smiled in our last session that month. You didn't numb yourself, she said. You focused. I didn't plan revenge, I told her. No, she said. I just stopped protecting the people who hurt me, I finished. She nodded. That's growth, she said. I stopped reacting, and that changed everything. Emily noticed first. Why don't you answer anymore? She asked in a message. I don't need to, I replied. That was all. Ryan's name came back into my life through other people. They're fighting a lot, Mark told me. I'm not interested, I said. He hesitated. She's jealous, he added. I stayed quiet. They don't trust each other, he continued. I shrugged. That happens, I said. At work, someone new sat across from me during lunch. You always eat alone, she said. I like quiet, I replied. I'm Sophia, she said. I know, I answered. She smiled. You don't talk much, she said. I talk enough, I replied. She didn't push. That mattered. Emily called late one night. Ryan thinks you're playing games, she said. I'm not playing, I replied. You don't care at all. I care about peace, I said. She hung up. Sophia asked the next day, You okay? I am, I said. You say that like you're convincing yourself. Maybe, I admitted. She nodded. That's honest. Rumors reached me without effort. He checks your socials, someone joked. I don't post, I said. Emily texted again. He doesn't listen to me, she wrote. I didn't reply. Ryan sent a message days later. She won't stop comparing herself to you. I deleted it. Sophia sat beside me in a meeting. You look calm, she whispered. I worked on it, I said. She smiled. Good work. Mark noticed the change. You're lighter, he said. I stopped carrying what isn't mine, I replied. Emily left a voicemail. I miss when you fought for us, she said. I listened once. I didn't replay it. Sophia and I walked out together after work. You want coffee? She asked. Just coffee, I said. That's what I meant, she replied. We talked about nothing important. That's refreshing, she said. It is, I agreed. Emily posted photos with Ryan. They disappeared days later. She cried at work, someone told me. I'm busy, I replied. Sophia asked, Do you believe in karma? I believe in patterns, I said. She considered that. Me too, she replied. Ryan showed up at my office one afternoon. We need to talk, he said. No, I replied calmly. You're enjoying this, he accused. I'm enjoying silence, I said. He laughed nervously. She thinks you're waiting to strike. I'm not, I replied. That scares her, he said. That's not my responsibility, I answered. He walked away frustrated. Sophia watched from a distance. You okay? She asked later. Yes, I said. You handled that well. I didn't handle it, I replied. I ended it. Emily tried once more. I feel like I'm losing everything, she said. You lost me already, I replied. She cried. I stayed steady. After the call, Sophia sat beside me. You don't look shaken, she said. I'm not, I replied. That's growth, she said. I didn't correct her. Nights became quieter. No arguments. No explanations. Just rest. Sophia texted once. Sleep well. You too, I replied. I realized something then. Peace didn't need witnesses. Emily's world stayed loud. Mine stayed still. I didn't celebrate their chaos. I just didn't step into it. Sophia asked weeks later, Are you happy? I'm stable, I replied. She smiled. That's better than chaos. I agreed. I never planned revenge. I never needed it. Karma didn't announce itself. It whispered. And in that quiet, I finally understood something simple and true. Peace is louder than arguments. Emily reached out again when desperation finally replaced pride. I need to see you, she said. Why? I asked. Because everything is falling apart. That isn't my emergency, I replied. She went quiet, then said, Please. We met at a cafe we used to love. She looked smaller somehow. You look different, she said. So do you, I replied. She wrapped her hands around her cup. Ryan lost his job, she said. I nodded once. He did that himself, I said. He's angry all the time, she added. I'm not surprised. She looked up at me, eyes wet. I thought you'd come running, she admitted. That's why you're here, I said. She flinched. I underestimated you, she whispered. I didn't smile. I underestimated myself too, I replied. She leaned forward. I don't know how to fix this. You don't, I said. She stared at me. You're really not going to help? No. That single word changed the air. I gave you everything, she said. You gave me betrayal, I answered. She started crying. I thought you'd always protect me. I protected you, I said. That's why this hurts. She reached across the table. Please. I pulled my hand back. I'm not cruel, I said. I'm done. Her shoulders slumped. So that's it. That's it, I confirmed. She whispered, You're strong now. I stood. I always was, I said. I just didn't know it. Walking away felt strange. Not heavy. Right. Mark called that night. You okay? He asked. I closed the door, I replied. Proud of you, he said. Work started to shift after that. You've been impressive lately, my boss told me. I'm focused, I replied. That's clear. I said yes to invitations. I spoke without shrinking. You're different, a colleague said. I'm honest, I replied. Ryan tried calling once. I didn't answer. Emily sent one last message. He blames me. I typed nothing. Mark noticed the silence. You didn't react, he said. I don't need to, I replied. We met for drinks. You remember who you were? He asked. I remember who I ignored, I said. He smiled. Look at you now. Strength felt unfamiliar. Like new shoes. Uncomfortable at first. Then steady. Emily showed up at my building days later. I don't have anywhere else, she said. I'm not your shelter, I replied. You've changed so much. I had to, I said. She cried again. I stayed calm. You don't hate me, she said. No, I answered. I respect myself. That was the difference. She left without another word. Mark texted later. How'd it go? It ended, I replied. Good. Ryan's name faded after that. His chaos stayed loud. My life didn't. I worked harder. I slept better. I laughed without guilt. People noticed. You're confident, someone said. I'm centered, I replied. I thought about Emily less. I thought about myself more. One night, Mark said, you won without fighting. I didn't try to win, I said. That's why you did. I understood then. Silence wasn't weakness. It was control. I never insulted her. I never chased justice. I simply stepped away. And that refusal rewrote the balance. I looked at my reflection later. You survived, I said quietly. Not through revenge. Through growth. Through boundaries. Through knowing when to walk away. I realized something simple and powerful. My silence became my justice. Ryan waited outside my office like he still had the right. We need to talk, he said. I'm listening, I replied. He swallowed. I'm sorry, he said. I didn't answer. I messed up, he continued. I stayed quiet. You're not even angry, he said. I don't need to be, I replied. That scares me more, he admitted. I looked at him fully for the first time in months. You didn't come here for me, I said. He frowned. Of course I did. You came because your life is falling apart, I replied. His shoulders dropped. I lost everything, he said. You gambled it, I answered. He shook his head. I never meant to hurt you. You meant to take what wasn't yours, I said. Silence stretched between us. Can you forgive me? He asked. No, I said calmly. He flinched. I apologized. You explained yourself, I replied. That's not the same. He ran a hand through his hair. So that's it. That's it, I said. Emily watched from across the street. I noticed her before Ryan did. She looks broken, Ryan said quietly. She broke herself, I replied. You don't care anymore, he said. I care differently, I answered. He nodded slowly. I deserve this, he said. Yes, I replied. He stepped back. I hope one day you understand, he said. I do, I answered. That's why this ends. He walked away without another word. Emily crossed the street toward me. Did he apologize? She asked. He tried, I said. And you? I listened. She looked exhausted. You've moved on, she said. I've moved forward, I replied. She laughed bitterly. I lost everything, she said. You traded it, I answered. She stared at me. I never thought you'd be this strong. I never thought you'd need saving, I replied. Her eyes filled. Can we at least talk? We are talking, I said. That's not what I meant. I know, I replied. She stepped closer. I miss us. I miss who I was, I said. She reached out. I can't, I added. She froze. You don't hate me, she said. No, I replied. I don't trust you. That hurt her more than shouting ever could. Sophia called later that night. You okay? She asked. I faced the past, I replied. And, she said gently. And I didn't bleed, I answered. She smiled through the phone. That's progress. I'm scared I'll never forgive them, I admitted. You don't have to, she said. I don't want bitterness, I said. Self-respect isn't bitterness, she replied. We sat in silence for a moment. I'm not healed, I said. I know, she answered. But I'm honest, I added. That's why I'm here, she said. Emily texted one last time. I wish I could go back. I didn't reply. Ryan never reached out again. Days passed quietly. Work felt steady. Sleep came easier. Sophia and I walked together after work once. You don't flinch anymore, she said. I learned the difference, I replied. Between what? She asked. Forgiveness and permission, I said. She nodded. That matters. I saw Emily from a distance another day. She didn't approach. Neither did I. That was the closure. No speeches. No forgiveness ceremony. Just distance. I chose self-respect over reconciliation. I didn't explode. I didn't collapse. I detached. That terrified them more than anger. I walked away without looking back. Not because I was cold. Because I was done. I sat across from Dr. Helen and finally said what I avoided for months. I'm not angry anymore, I said. She stuttered me. How does that feel? Strange, I replied. Lighter. That's acceptance, she said. I thought acceptance meant losing, I admitted. It means understanding, she replied. I nodded. I kept calling myself a victim, I said. And now? Now I see I survived, I answered. She smiled softly. Survival changes identity, she said. It didn't ruin me, I added. No, she agreed. It reshaped you. Later that night, I stood alone in my apartment holding my wedding ring. You don't own me anymore, I whispered. The metal felt heavier than it should have. I dropped it into the trash. The sound was final. I opened my phone next. Old messages stared back at me. You promised, Emily had written once. I believed you, I said aloud. I deleted everything. The silence afterward felt clean. Sophia called while I was standing there. You okay? She asked. I'm letting go, I replied. That sounds big, she said. It's quiet, I answered. She understood. You don't sound bitter, she said. I'm not, I replied. That's good, she said. The next morning, I drove somewhere with no plan. I stopped near the water and stood alone. No phone. No noise. Just breath. I'm still here, I told myself. The thought didn't hurt. Emily tried again that afternoon. Can we talk? She asked. I don't think so, I replied. You don't hate me? No, I answered. That surprised her. Then why does this feel worse? She asked. Because I'm gone, I said. She paused. I ruined everything, she whispered. You changed it, I replied. That's not forgiveness, she said. No, I answered. It's freedom. She didn't respond. I didn't wait. Mark met me later for dinner. You look calm, he said. I stopped fighting ghosts, I replied. He raised his glass. To growth, he said. I smiled. To clarity, I replied. That night, I stood in the shower and let the water run. I don't need revenge, I said quietly. The words felt true. Dr. Helen asked in our next session, do you still want justice? I want peace, I replied. Those aren't the same, she said. I know, I answered. I stopped replaying scenes. I stopped correcting the past. I stopped asking why. Sophia noticed first. You don't disappear in your head anymore, she said. I came back, I replied. She smiled. I like this version, she said. So do I answered. Emily's name stopped causing a reaction. Ryan's name stopped meaning anything. That scared me at first. Then it didn't. I stood by the window one night and spoke honestly. You didn't break me, I said. The words held. I wasn't healed completely, but I wasn't bleeding either. I thought karma would punish them. I waited for it once. Now I understood something different. Karma didn't punish them for me. It freed me from them. That was the final truth. I stood on my balcony, the city lights stretching below me, and breathed in deeply. Feels different now, I said aloud, though no one was there. Mark called later. You seem lighter, he said. I am, I replied. Didn't think you'd get here, he added. Neither did I admitted. Sophia stopped by that afternoon. You okay? She asked. I am, I said. She smiled softly. Good, she said. I like seeing this side of you. I like seeing it too, I replied. We sat together, talking about work, life, and nothing important. You're honest with me, she said. Always, I answered. She didn't push for more. I didn't need more. Emily's name came up once in a conversation with Mark. She seems broken, he said. I don't care, I replied. He raised an eyebrow. That's cold. No, I said. I'm free. Ryan was no longer in my thoughts. His absence didn't hurt. I laughed quietly to myself, a sound I hadn't heard in months. Feels good, I muttered. My mother called that evening. You've changed, Laura said. I have, I replied. You're happier. I'm healing, I said. You deserve that, she said. I smiled through the phone. I know, I said. We made plans for dinner the next weekend. I'll cook, she said. I'll bring dessert, I replied. The thought of family no longer carried fear or resentment. It felt warm. Sophia checked in later. Still thinking about the past? She asked. Less and less, I said. Good, she replied. I'm learning to live, I added. You're ready for it, she said. I nodded, looking at the horizon. I never wanted this story, I admitted. Life rarely gives us what we want, she said. No, I agreed. But it gave me who I am. The ring I threw away felt symbolic now. The messages I deleted reminded me I had moved on. I wasn't defined by betrayal. I wasn't trapped by regret. I had choices again. Mark met me at the cafe we often went to. You've come a long way, he said. I have, I admitted. You seem grounded, he added. I am, I said. It took time, but I'm here. Sophia and I walked after work that evening. Open-ended, she said quietly. What do you mean? I asked. Our relationship, she said. I know, I replied. Honesty first. Everything else comes later. That's comforting, she said. It's real, I said. I paused to look at the sky. I acknowledge the pain, I whispered to myself. But I don't live inside it anymore, I said. Mark texted me later. Feeling like the old you again? No, I typed back. Better, I added. It was true. I was stronger, self-aware, and hopeful. Emily tried contacting me once more. I thought we could fix things, she wrote. I didn't reply. She realized I was gone emotionally. No hate, no spite, just freedom. Ryan's name never mattered again. I reflected quietly. I never wanted this story, I said to myself. But it made me who I am. I looked at my reflection in the mirror. The man I became, I whispered. Not bitter. Not broken. Complete in a way I hadn't been before. I smiled faintly. Betrayal ended my marriage. But karma rewrote my life. I exhaled and felt the city below, the world ahead, and a future I was ready to step into.